Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone rested well, had a wonderful weekend. Today is Monday morning. Everybody should be up. Everybody should be continually allowing their light to shine, and just trying to be a blessing to someone else. Oh my God, church service was so good, so amazing on yesterday. From yesterday morning to last night, our bishop came out of 1 Kings 19:9-13, and I'm just going to kind of read verse 9 because that's kind of where his theme and his sermon came from, and it said. Verse 9 says, "And he came thither unto a cave and lodged there. And behold, the word of the Lord came to him, and he said unto him, What doest thou here, Elijah?" And the theme was saints in the wrong place. The Lord came out and asked Elijah, this important question, what doest thou here, Elijah? Have you ever been somewhere and you heard a voice say, why are you here? What are you doing here? Sometimes events happen in our lives and we go from a victor to a victim. Or we go from being on a mountain to the valley. How did you get from the top to all the way down to the bottom? Sometimes we have people who have said something or did something to lead us astray. We want to be able to fit in, be with the in crowd per se, be popular. And yet we know that we shouldn't be going to these places. We know that we should not be talking to these individuals. But yet just because, we want to be in with someone or be in with a group, we follow them, knowing that that's not something that we're not supposed to do. Sometimes we let our own selves contradict what we should be doing. God tells us exactly what we should be doing. He gives us instruction, but yet we want to do our own thing or go our own way. When we go against what God has already told us to do and get off course, we are being disobedient. God has given us all an assignment, but we're not operating in it. Verse 9 says, What doest thou here, Elijah? Sometimes, you just have to ask these important questions and put yourself in there. Do a self-reflection. God does not want to know what we used to do. He wants to know what we are doing now. He doesn't care about what we did. He wants to know what we're doing now and how we're going about doing it. How are you advancing his word? How are you living in your own life? Anytime you forsake the word, it messes up your worship. Anytime you're doing something that you're not supposed to do, you cannot physically go into God's house and give him your all. You cannot worship him and be free and be clear because you're so caught up in your own mess. How can you worship the Lord and your life goes against the word? Just because others don't want to adhere to his instruction does not mean that you have to do the same thing. Just because they don't want to do his will and what he is asking of us does not mean that you have to follow them and do it the same way. Bishop said a profound thing. He says, when you find yourself in a geographic place, it normally has to do with your mentality, your spirituality, and your emotional side. He said, for instance, like you want to go to the club or maybe you want to have multiple relationships or you want to seek harm towards others. What was your way of thinking to get you to that point or get you to that place where you're going? It's all the feelings of how you feel inside to determine your geographic as far as how you're going to get to that place. We already know what God can do in our lives. So why are we even worrying about it? He can make a way out of no way. But yet we get so caught up in the situation or the circumstance and we act as though he cannot. When you feel yourself as a victim, you need to examine how you got there. Because sometimes we're so hard on ourselves, we think everybody else is down on us. But that's not necessarily true. It's our own way of thinking that has us bound. When others start to be down on us, we think it's normal because we're already down on ourselves. But we have to fix ourselves. When you get in the right place in all areas of your life, then nobody else matters. You won't be bothered by what somebody says about you, what somebody can possibly do to you, because you're already in the right mindset. Stop thinking about what you used to do or where you used to go. But because you're still in a process, God is still working on you. God is not finished with you yet. So that's just something for you to kind of self-analyze and self-reflect. Just like the bishop said, sometimes saints are in the wrong place. So just take a self-reflection and see, where are you? Does it line up with what God says you should be? If not, then you might have to do some deep soul searching and start cutting away some things and cutting away some people. The people that are walking beside you, are they going the same way that you're going? Or are they stopping you? Or are they hindering you? Are they instilling self-doubt into your life to deter you from where you should be going? That's just something you should think about. The friends that are in your circle, are they pushing you to strive, or are they pushing you to fail? So that's just something to think about. I know I have to do a self-reflection, of the things that I do and I say and how I treat people, and that should be something that you should be doing as well. So with that just being said, everyone be blessed on this fantastic day today. And as I'm always saying, continually allow that light to shine. If you wake up with a positive attitude, then your day will be positive. You will have a positive outcome. But if you wake up being negative, then that is exactly how your day is going to be. And I just know for myself, personally speaking, I don't want to walk around being negative and mad. I want to be positive. I want to be upbeat. I want to be happy. And I want to be a blessing to someone else. So that's just something all of us need to be mindful of. So everyone be blessed. Everyone have a wonderful day. And always continually allow that light to shine. Everyone be blessed.